Welcome back to Thone's Nibbles, number 105, Acts 16. And this is all about Lydia. Not a place. There is a place named Lydia, but this is a country. This is not a country. This is a right place. This is a woman. It comes from Acts 16, verses 14 and 15. Now a certain woman named Lydia heard us. She was a seller of purple from the city of Thyatira, who worshipped God. The Lord opened her heart to heed the things spoken by Paul, and when she and her household were baptized, she begged us, saying, "If you have judged me to be faithful to the Lord, come to my house and stay." So she persuaded us. And as it said, she looked after their needs. Why is this in the Bible? I think it's very important. Showing a strong female role in the early church. It seems that the appreciation of a strong female role was kind of crushed over certain periods of time in the church. And to have an early figure in the church being female is great. Who's it written to? The women of Philippi and to Paul's party, the people who were with him. Communications. Women have a strong role in the church. And I know that there are lots of churchmen who don't necessarily agree with that, and I don't necessarily care. The application to my life. This shows at least two changes in Paul and his disciples' attitudes from their previous lives. First of all, they met and fellowshiped with unknown women. This is very much against Hebrew culture, both in talking to unfamiliar women and especially unfamiliar Gentile women. Secondly, they lived in the house of a Gentile woman. Boy, that would have been frowned upon in Jerusalem. Similarly, Lydia seemed a woman way ahead of her time. She was an independently wealthy businesswoman with her own religious beliefs, and this seems quite extraordinary for her time. So God's message to me here, women have their own place in God's kingdom. My personal response, Lord, please give me the right word to say, whatever the unexpected place, person, or question, all for the furtherance of your kingdom. Now, this is probably the most effective one of today's of the recent lessons to me. I really, when we get to heaven, want to meet Lydia and see what kind of a person she was, because she had Jewish men doing things that they wouldn't have thought of doing. She had herself living with her household. I presume that's servants in this case. It would have certainly mentioned her husband if she had one, or her children if she had them. So she was an independent woman, obviously quite wealthy, selling purple, which is, a very valuable commodity at that time. And she came from Thyatira, which was a business center as well. So she was quite something, I think, and I think, she became closely associated with Paul and his ministry. And, in fact, there of the New Testament women that are mentioned that aren't like, Jesus' mother or, people who, Mary Magdalene, a few others at the time of Mary. There weren't a lot of women that were mentioned. She is one of them, and one of the more influential ones. So, just to my male friends out there, think about it. Anyway, I guess that completes this one, and we'll see you next time.